Okay, let's get started. Welcome to the App Runtime Platform Working Group meeting for February 1st, 2023. We have one thing on the agenda. Feel free to add other things on the agenda if you'd like to talk about them. Let's start with this, BBS high bandwidth. Well, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah.
I'll share it in chat.
Yeah, okay. It's a topic coming from us. I can give you a few words as a motivation and what the story behind this item is. Basically, we have a stakeholder on running on our platform, which has really strange or even weird setup with a thousands of long running processes in a single space. And during the platform update, we noticed a high CPU and high bandwidth outgoing, from the Diego API nodes. And of course, it's due to the BBS process running on them. Unfortunately, seems like, yeah, we deeper investigated the issue maybe a year ago, and actually noticed that the reason for this is actually the growing amount of egress rules stored into the run info object, which apart from that is every time encrypted and decrypted once we somehow touch or add something into this. And of course, the increased amount of the egress rules affect the outgoing bandwidth of the Diego API nodes, while the encryption and decryption is actually a factor for the high CPU usage. Just to give you a glimpse what we currently use in terms of virtual machines, VM types. So we have, in order to support this use case, we need to use Amazon C5N9 extra large instance type. C5N VMs are network enhanced. They have enhanced networking, which actually give us the opportunity or even the ability to handle this use case. Otherwise, it's proven that with such a virtual machine, we can handle 60K long running processes if they are following the straightforward or the usual behavior. With this use case, we are not able to handle more than 4-5K long running processes. Unfortunately, C5N 9 extra large are very expensive nodes, and in the course of cost saving optimizations, whatever, we are willing to solve this problem, because most of the time, 99%, these resources are idling, and we are actually not able to utilize them, and it's a kind of a waste. Yeah, basically, Kaylee and me did this proof of concept. We tried to reproduce locally and came up with these metrics coming from Amazon, which shows how the network bandwidth linearly growth during the platform update. It's something like 8 hours, more or less reproducing exactly the same scenario we have on productive systems. But yeah, right now I more or less imagine that fixing both problems, first network bandwidth and the second high CPU usage, would be a complicated topic. So that's why first I would like to eventually resolve the bandwidth issue, which will help us to step down from the from the C5N instance types, and eventually later think about the CPU, high CPU issue as well. But high CPU usage, more or less from my point of view, may require some database optimizations, which at this point in time I doubt would be really difficult. Yeah, basically this is the background. Proof of concept is attached, and proposal. Yeah, basically there is some sort of feedback.
Yeah, this is awesome. Good research. It's nice having, actual data supplied. It sounds great. So, it sounds like what you're asking for is feedback from the broader working group, or how can we help you?
Yes, exactly. So we are willing to contribute and to work in improving or fixing this, but yeah, we are more or less open for feedback and kind of find the right way to solve it.
It looks like you said you did a proof of concept, like you ran some kind of fix here, right?
Yep, it's
Is that
attached.
code attached?
Yeah,
What
yeah,
you did? Is it?
It's in the
Oh,
PRs.
here. Okay, got it. Sorry, I missed that. Okay. Great. Have you and if you haven't, can you advertise this in our working group Slack channel, or in the I guess the Diego Slack channel?
I think we advertised it a while back. We even
Okay.
got feedback in the comments below,
Okay.
and we mentioned why exactly. I think it was Maria that gave a comment, and she mentioned that we should not query the database for the egress rules in the first place. So if we can make it so that we don't query the egress rules in the first place. However, the egress rules and everything else is stuck in the run info, and the whole run info is saved as a whole. So that's kind of the cause of the problem. And after our last update, there was nothing from your side, and that's why we kind of wanted some info.
Got it. So you're repoking us for some more feedback.
Yeah, so we know how to because she mentioned that we added for the POC we added the parameter to the desired
filtering
filter, yeah, to the filter, and it was not actually a filter, but we were looking into adding it into like an additional parameter for the route emitter that gets sent to the BBS to let the BBS know not to send the egress rules. And so we just want your opinion so we can actually get this moving, kind of.
Got it. Maria, are you on the call? Maybe muted. I'll follow up with oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not the Maria that Kate is
Ah,
talking
it's our
Wrong Maria.
it's our
Yeah.
Maria.
Sorry about that. I will follow up with the other Maria
Yeah.
to make sure that she gets
Yeah.
back to you. Great. Anything else about this that you'd like to bring up?
No, so yeah, as I said, waiting for feedback, and we are ready to start improving it.
Yeah. Okay, that's the only thing we have on our agenda today. Does anyone else have a topic that they would like to bring up?
By the way, Maria, not Maria, but Ami, sorry. If you remember, maybe 4 or 5 working group sessions before, we discussed something about the runtime evacuation, whatever. So you mentioned that it's good to have something like an issue as a starting point. Do you mean to create an issue for the Diego release or somewhere?
Sorry, for what about the Diego release?
I mean, where to create the issue itself, describing some kind of a high level requirements, whatever.
You're talking about related to this BBS thing or something else?
No, something completely different.
Yeah, if
I
it's related to
brought a topic.
Diego
Mm.
release would be the place to do it.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
And then I
So
think when it's like very cross component, CFD is the place to do it.
Yeah, I think at some point in time it might become a cross component, but it depends. I still cannot realize it for the
Well,
time
you can
being.
leave me in anticipation until I see this issue. Okay. Thanks so much for
Okay.
bringing this up. It's good seeing you all.
Yeah.
I'll see you on
Yeah.
Slack and I'll see you next month.
Bye bye.
Thanks,
Have a
everyone.
nice
Bye-bye.
day.